Top Thrill 2 is Cedar Point's Intamin Zamperla Hybrid Launch Coaster, I guess we'll call it. This ride was modified in 2024 to now have a spike in the back of it. Anyways, I was able to get one ride on this back in early May, and I want to do a review on it. I definitely am going to get more rides in the future, but let's do a review on Top Thrill 2. This review will also be based off my one and only ride I got on it this year, so in the future I'll have more thoughts on it, but I really want to do a review on this just to tell you guys how my ride experience was on Top Thrill 2. So first, let's start off with the statistics of the ride. Top Thrill 2 reaches a top height of 420 feet. The ride's drop is 400 feet. The ride reaches a top speed of 120 miles per hour. The ride has a track length of 2,800 feet, and the ride has a time duration of 30 seconds. Alright, now let's get into the review of Top Thrill 2. So now let me start off by saying Top Thrill 2 is an absolutely amazing coaster. The launches on this ride actually were very surprising. Yeah, the first launch is pretty mid, but that backwards launch is actually my favorite part of the ride. The backwards launch is absolutely crazy. There is this kink when you go backward, when the launch kicks in going backwards, that just throws you forward. It's insane. The forward launch is also really good as you just feel that great sense of speed flying forwards before the top hat. And the top hat on this is awesome. You get a great pop of airtime at the top of the top hat. I would say it's more flowjector than ejector, like people say. Also, for some reason, there is some pretty good whip going down Top Thrill 2's drop. I don't know how it has that, but it does. The spike, you get some really good floater going at the top of it. And the restraints on this ride are actually very good. You can get a ton of room with them. This ride, also, one thing I will make clear is this ride definitely has a very noticeable rattle. It's not bad, and it actually kind of adds to the ride experience. It makes it feel more out of control. So that's a good thing, actually, for this ride, I think. My one major con with this is actually a con that's going on right now with it, is this ride just was... You could tell that it was poorly designed in a way by Zamperla. They were not ready to make a coaster like this. It's been down since May. Who knows when it's going to reopen? Probably won't reopen this year, but I'm going to say next year it should for sure. I'll be back at Cedar Point a lot next year because I plan on working there again. And I'm definitely going to ride Top Thrill 2 a lot if it's open all season. So next year I'll probably do another review on this because I'll have more than one ride on it. This is just based off my one ride, this review. My one ride on Top Thrill 2 though was absolutely amazing. It's really, really good. However, the main question is that many people are going to ask is this ride better than Kingda Kyle? And the thing is, I have yet to ride Kingda Kyle this year. I have not been to Great Adventure this year actually yet, and that's my main home park, so it's surprising. But honestly, before I really get another ride on Kyle, right now I prefer Top Thrill 2 to Kyle barely, but I could see Kyle jumping back over it after I re-ride it. I will say that Kyle is definitely more intense, but Top Thrill 2 is still very intense in some ways, and the backwards launch is actually very good. I do prefer Kyle's launch to the launches on Top Thrill 2, but I think the airtime on the top hat and the airtime on the spike and also the backwards launch is what kind of puts it over Kyle for me right now. However, I could definitely see Kyle moving back over it after I re-ride it. Alright, now let's take a ride on Top Thrill 2. So before you launch, they actually have a soundtrack that plays, and then you just launch forward after the lights flash. You start off with the 70 mile per hour launch and you go up the top hat a little bit. There is actually a surprising good moment of floater airtime right here, and then you go backwards, and then you go into my favorite part of the ride. That backwards launch is absolutely crazy. You just fly backwards, and then you go flying up into this backward spike, which actually you get shoved down in your seat going up it at first, and then you get a good pop of floater going up at the top of the spike. You then go back down and reach your top speed of 120 miles per hour, launching forward, and right up that top hat, you twist to the side, and then you go over the top hat, which has a great pop of flowjector airtime. and then for some reason you get some good whip on this spiral downwards, and then you hit the brakes, and that is Top Thrill 2 for you. Top Thrill 2 is a fantastic coaster. I love this ride, and I'm going to give Top Thrill 2 a 9.7 out of 10. So for Top Thrill 2, most people for some reason have this 2 or 3 in the park, which I just don't see that. I have Top Thrill 2 at 5 in the park. I prefer Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Magnum, and Raptor to Top Thrill 2. There are some people, I will admit, that do overrate Top Thrill 2 a bit. But this ride is still amazing, and it's really good, and whenever it's open, it's a must ride when you go to Cedar Point. This ride is a fantastic coaster. It's a great addition to Cedar Point. Well, it actually did open as Top Thrill Dragster, which I think Top Thrill Dragster, it probably was more reliable than this is. This thing barely opened this year. But this ride, when it opened, when it was open, was amazing and a fantastic coaster. So that is my review on Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point. If you rode Top Thrill 2 this year before it closed, let me know your thoughts on it. And thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye.